The word for nickname in Hebrew is kinoi. Kinoi. So obviously you all know that a shame is a name, but a kinoi is not a name. What's a kinoi? A kinoi is a nickname. Almost something that is not the real you, or at least you claim that it's not the real you. So the Farbrengen Rebbe in his letter about this day says that the Geula of Yud Beis Tammuz, this redemption that happened today, doesn't only affect him, and also doesn't only affect people who consider themselves to be holy, but even people, the Farbrengen Rebbe writes, that are B'Shem Yisrael Yechuna. In other words, they use the name Yisrael, they use the name Yid only as a nickname. They don't even claim that that's their real identity.
So, what does this mean to us? So the Farbrengen Rebbe tells us that you have a name and you have a nickname. And you think that your nickname doesn't really describe you. You should know that your nickname is a Yid, and that also is real and is true. What does it mean to us? So think about yourselves. There came a time, whether it was your birthday, or it was Yud Aleph Nisan, or it was Gimel Tammuz, or it was your bar mitzvah, there was a time when you looked at yourself and you said, I can be better, and you looked at yourself and you said, I will be better. The problem is that we're all humans. So just because you say you're going to be a Chassidish Bacher, or just because you make a hachlaka to do something, whether it's to say Shema or Brachas or Chitas or Rambam, just because you make the hachlaka and you say you're going to do it, doesn't mean that a day later, a week later, a month later, a year later, you're still going to be doing it. So the question again is,
who is the real you? Are you the person who slips up? Are you the person who doesn't necessarily live up to your own expectations? Or are you the person who made that achlata? Are you the person who looked at yourself and said, I could be better and I will? So the Farbrengen Rebbe says that a day like Yud Beis Tammuz, in other words, a day when your neshama is more radiant, when your neshama shines clearer. Why? Because it's a day of Geula, it's a day of redemption. So on such a day, even a person who, B'Shem Yisrael Yechuna, refers to, I guess, Yidden in general. They call themselves Yidden. Look at ourselves, we could say, we call ourselves Hasidim. But are we really? We call ourselves Chassidish Bacher. But are we really? The Farbrengen Rebbe comes in this letter and says the answer is absolutely yes. That even if you slip up, even if sometimes you fall short, not only of the expectations of your parents and teachers and older bachers, but even of your own expectations, sometimes you fall short. So you might say, I resolved and I failed. I made a hachlata and I broke it. I thought I could be better and I'm proving myself wrong. The Farbrengen Rebbe says it's not true. And just like we said about Bilah, that in this week's parsha, when he looks at us, when he looked at the Yidden, he didn't see their faults. But what did he see? He saw the Avraham Avinu that's in each and every one of us. He saw tzurim. He saw mighty rocks and great boulders. In other words, he saw the power of the neshama that could overcome any of the Nadishkeit that's outside. The same thing the Farbrengen Rebbe writes in his letter and says, even any one of us that we say, B'Shem Yisrael, that our name Yisrael is only a chuna, is only a nickname, said the Farbrengen Rebbe, not true. Today is a day of Geula for such a person as well.